In this video you're going to see me continue on my form from the last two races, and also we're going to see two of the dirtiest drivers I think I've ever seen, and it's coming up right now. Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. If this is your first time here and you like watching all sorts of GT Sport related stuff, start now by subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series, where I hope to build on the second and fourth places that I got last time out at Brands Hatch. Today we've got two races, both sprint races, daily race Bs, at Major. We're in the Group 4 Megane, a car that is becoming rapidly my favourite to be quite honest, and we qualified 7th for this first race. Let's see how we get on. And we are off. So, main aim is to get through these first couple of corners unscathed. Major is an absolute nightmare for this. That combined with the daily races could pose a problem. So we break a little bit early, going to keep it nice and tight here through turn 2. The guy in 6th gets a bit of a wobble on, so we get a good run on him, as you can see on the radar there, and we manage to get under him. The key is to not run too wide here so that you get a better run out down this back straight. Again, you don't want to run too wide there, otherwise you'll just end up getting a penalty, which you can't recover from in these really short races. So we're up to 6th now. The next guy on our list is the German up there in the extremely heavy, for this track, Mustang. I'm going to have a quick look to let him know I'm there. I'm going to pull out of it though, and just see how this Mustang ahead is kind of, I don't know, labouring through these S's. We're going to get a bit of pressure from behind in another Megane, the Italian there. So I'm just going to try, as we've got the slipstream here from the Mustang, keeping an eye on our rear view mirror in case he tries anything. I'm going to go a little bit defensive and also give the German something to, as he gets a little bit out of shape there up the hill, gives him something to think about. Are we going to go through abreast through here? No, we're not. The Italian thinks better of it, and are we going to have an opportunity to chuck it up inside the German into this corner here? We're not. We're just going to have another look, but that was enough as he runs wide there. He outbrakes himself. I'm up to 5th, and the Italian in the Megane as well jumps up through as well. So we're up 2 places now as we come into the final corner here. We've got a group of 4 up ahead. Let's see what we can do about them, and if the Italian behind us is going to give us any trouble. Coming across the line here to start lap number 2. It doesn't look like he's going to be in a position to make a move. Come through turn 1. You can see the 4 up ahead, they're very close. Coming through turn 2, and watch. He's just going to chuck it straight up the inside and bump us not once, but twice. Thanks a bunch. What an absolute BS move that one was. We're going to be under pressure as well from the Mustang, but he pulls out of that one. Filthy move from the Italian there. So down to 6th. We're going to see if we can stay with him as he chases the top 4 that you can just see up in the distance. We get a decent run here out of turn 5. I absolutely love that corner in this car. As we make our way up the hill, it's still going on up in front, as you can see, through the S's here. So just get off the throttle a little bit, chuck it in, which you can do in this Megane, and basically just try and straight line them. Do not go onto that grass bit on the right there, and we should be in his slipstream here and benefiting from that as we come up the hill. Purple sector there, but on lap 2 that means absolutely nothing, as everyone's going to have purple sectors. Look for the 50-metre board. We're going to brake a little bit early, and he's going to almost leave the door open and then slam it straight in our face. I don't know why we did that, but I had to take evasive action and I end up getting a little penalty for it. So not a great lap for us, to be honest. This guy has caused us no end of issue. We've dropped back to 1.2 seconds behind him as well. So all in all, not good from the guy in front. Let's get back after him though. while we've got a moment, as I concentrate on catching up to the guy in 5th and the gaggle of cars up in front, doesn't look like we've got much pressure from behind either, so we're going to have a moment to chat. To be honest, I think we're doing quite well. We've strung a number of results together now. If I can keep at least this thing, or ideally get a couple of top 5 places, we're definitely going to be rising towards the top of B, more towards A. Look up ahead, the Italian's going to try the same move that he did on me. He's pushed the guy in 5th into the guy in 4th, so they've began into the TT there, and he's benefited, and he's up to 3rd. Another, I would consider, pretty dirty move, to be quite honest with you. That's not a place to overtake. And we're side by side with the TT here. He's going to squeeze us, so I'm going to have to get my elbows out a little bit and squeeze back. Can we make it down the outside to turn 5? We're going to brake later, give him as much space as we can, get on the power as early as possible. And yes, we've made the move up into 5th. Happy with that one. Coming through here, I'm just going to go way too deep, looking and concentrating up ahead when I should be concentrating on the corner at hand. It hasn't hit us too much, and we're still in the slipstream of the Frenchman up in front. So we're in his slipstream now. We should be gaining. We're not going to be in a position, I don't think, I'm going to have a look, but we're not going to be in a position to make a move down here. We're just going to try and give him something to think about. He's a bit ragged coming out and up the hill, so we're going to get a run on him here. Trying not to get out of the throttle, so I'm going to go a little bit wider here and then try and cut back underneath, and I'm feeling racy, so we're going to go up the inside into this corner. He's left the door open for us, we're up the inside, and he's just going to turn in a little bit, to be quite honest. For me, I had that move, yes it was robust, but I needed to get the elbows out in this one if I was going to make a decent run of it. So up into 4th now. As you can see, the Italian there managed to get himself a penalty. I think it was running wide through those final set of S's before the final corner. So we're into the final lap now. Pick our braking point here. Oh, this McGann just handles so well. I'm going to try and keep the guys behind us and solidify that 4th place. And that Italian at some point is going to have to get rid of those penalties. I'm going to assume that he's got more than the 5/10 I have. We're catching him a little bit anyway, so he's going to have to scrub him at some point. It could get a little bit closer towards the very end. Come down here again through turn 5. Fantastic corner here, absolutely love it. Feels so good when you get it right, but I did get it right. Coming up the hill here towards the S's. Get out of the throttle, so a slight bit of braking, get that nose in, and go left, then right, and then left again. Try not to run wide here onto the curb. We've managed to keep it absolutely flat through there. We're probably not in the slipstream, we're a little bit further away. It's going to be close anyway. Purple sector for us, so fastest sector of the race so far. Come down, look for that 50 metre board, brake at the 50 metre board. Don't get too tight, get on the power as quickly as we can, don't hit that gravel on the left, otherwise you'll be either deep in it or round through this fast left right at the top of the hill here and down into the final technical bit. As you can see up ahead, the Italian here is going to start getting rid of this penalty. Another purple sector for us. I've been here before, and we've been here before. I'm hoping he's not going to do the old ghost and then get back on the throttle thing. So let's have a look. He is going to do that. Oh, and I'm just going to hit him, but I think it's going to backfire on him. He's off onto the grass there, and it looks like we're going to get the place and finish in 3rd. We do have a penalty, so what's that going to do? I should have braked, but I didn't, and unfortunately that means it looks like it's rounded up to a 1 second penalty, and we've ended up in 5th. However though, we've got another top 5 finish, so that's 3 on the bounce now that we've got. And starting from 7th, I'm not that mad at it. Here we go, here's the 5th place. confirmed. Let's see how we get on and see if we can get another 5th or above in the next race. So here we go then, race number 2. After a decent finish in the last one, we have a lot more work to do in this one. As you can see, we're in 13th place. Last time we started in 7th, so we're going to have lots and lots of work to do. So I've floored it, as you can see here, because I've noticed through other YouTubers, they say mash the throttle down at this point. It's not affecting my fuel or anything because it's a sprint race, but it should, they say, give you a better run after the auto start. So let's have a look after this rolling start to see how we get on. I don't know if it was luck of the draw, but we're already up into 12th. So coming down to the first corner here, I'm going to take the outside line here and brake as late as I can and see how many people we can overtake, as we're going to have the inside line coming into turn number 2. So things have gone well so far. We've got a BMW here on the inside. We're going to go 3 abreast through here, are we? Yep, we are, us and the TT. The BMW is going to pull out of that. Some contact behind us, you can hear it all going off, and we're up to 10th already, so a decent start for us so far. Coming down here into turn number 5. This Megane is absolutely fantastic, as I'm boring you with every lap, but I do love it. Coming up the hill here, we're going to try and stay behind and put some pressure on this TT. Get the turn in right, we're right behind him here. He's in the 4-wheel drive TT there. He's going to run wide and just find himself on the grass, and he is gone. So we are now up to P9. Up ahead we've got a Frenchman here who is about a second up the road. Have a look behind us, it's all going off there in the rear view between the TT and the BMW. The BMW brakes late there, he almost makes contact with us. The TT looks like he's up the inside of him, and as we come up the hill here, a Spaniard has had an issue. We'll take no prisoners here. Up the inside, we'll take you, thank you very much. The BMW follows suit, and there's contact between himself and the TT there. We're going to come down to this corner and bang. We're hit up the backside by the BMW there. I'm not really concentrating. I come back on, I don't see him. I make more contact, forcing me wide, but as you can see, the BMW actually lifts off to give me that place back. So fair play to you, sir, for that one. I'll go over at the end of this race some of the issues, because there are some dirty drivers in this one, especially between a pair of drivers, but I will go into that at the end. So back to the race here, through turn 1, we're on 8th place now, making our way steadily up the pack. We're going to be stuck in between 2 gaggles of cars now. We've got the pack behind, led by the Italian, and up ahead we've got 7th, 6th, and I think 5th. Well, to be honest, they're all up ahead, the whole gaggle of cars there. So we're going to get our head down for the next lap or so and see if we can catch up to them. We rejoin the action here, almost 1 exact lap ahead, and we've got our head down, as you can see, and we've now made our way and are at the back of this gaggle of cars. The gaggle of, yep, I think 5 cars up ahead. The majority of the Meganes here, we're in the slipstream of the Frenchman in front. Plenty of moving and weaving around. Brake a little bit early here to make sure my line's right through here. Oh, there's a Bugatti in there as well, so fair play to you, sir, whoever is driving that one, that beast round here. So we've got the beast of a Bugatti against the nimbleness of the Megane trophies. Coming into this final section here, I'm gonna, nope, not quite have a look, there wasn't enough room. Concentrating on the guys in front here, I run a little bit wide, have to catch the car here, a lot of oversteer, almost lost it, but managing to catch it. That's an absolute wake-up call. But coming into the final corner for the penultimate time here, we're going to get a much better run here on the Frenchman. We're going to be right on his gearbox here. Pull out. Watch the Italian here. Absolute disgrace. He was getting rid of his penalty and he just pulls out in front of us to unghost himself so that he gets the boost and doesn't lose all the positions. He's looking real racy here, elbows out, so I'm going to have him coming down here. He's going to cut across us, get a bit of a slide on, so we're right behind him going down the straight. I'm going to fake up the inside so he blocks that and then come down the outside. Hopefully he's going to break deep and we're going to be able to cut up the inside of him here. Take it a bit wider and get on the power early. He runs wide. Thank you very much. So coming through the S's here for the final time. We haven't got any penalties at the moment. I've run a little bit wide there, but nothing disastrous. So it looks like we're going to come home to take 7th. Not a bad result, not exactly what I'd hoped, but we did start a lot further back from the grid in this one, and also the pole and general field were much quicker. So coming down into the corkscrew, I call it the corkscrew here, and look up ahead, 2 guys have hit each other off. I'm going to document this at the end because it makes hilarious viewing, but they have gifted us 2 places, so we are up to 5th, and if I can keep it on the black stuff, we're going to get another top 5 finish, making it 4 top 5 finishes out of the last 4 results. All we've got to do now is come through this last technical bit. I'm not too worried about 4th right now, and we've got an okay cushion to the guy behind. Just got to get through this final corner, throw it in nice and early, don't run wide, get on the power, and yes, I think we're going to bring it home. So a 5th to complement our 5th in the previous race. Really happy with this. So as the results confirm there, picking up our 2nd, 5th place, as I say, from a bunch of other McGann trophies split by a sole TT Cup. So a good job to him. So as 5th place, well, my 2nd 5th place of the day is confirmed. As promised, let's go and have a look back at the 2 buffoons on that final lap. It is hilarious. So here we go then, we're on the final lap of the race. We are at this point 3 places behind them in 7th, and we're coming up the hill through the S's. We've got a German in the Veyron chasing down the Finn in the McGann. Obviously the Veyron is much more powerful. He's going to stay in the slipstream, he's going to go to the left, and the McGann is just going to cut him off. Now look at his throttle here. There he goes, off and in. He sacrificed his own race out of petulance just to destroy the guy in front. Going on board now with the McGann, the Finn in the McGann. If you look up ahead, the German in the Veyron is actually going to wait for him. He's not done with him yet at all. We're going to come up the final hill of the lap through the left and the right, and the Finn is going to do, actually probably a little bit more aggressively, exactly what the German did to him. So watch this. We've seen this before, haven't we? It's like car 72 all over again. So not only have they smashed into each other once, they smashed into each other twice, and they are not done yet. That McGann, that Finn in the McGann is still upset. I almost said pissed off then. And the German waits for him again. Final corner, one last hurrah, bang. Takes himself out again. Absolutely crazy. So we jump back on board with the Veyron, and both races ruined. They only had 3rd and 4th about a few corners ago. Incredible. But anyway guys, back to our driver rating. It's definitely on the way up. We've had 4 top 5 finishes on the spin now. Things are beginning to look really good for us, and our driver rating is on the rise. But I'm going to end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again so much for watching guys, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.